What's up, guys? It's Brendan Parnell with Crawlin to Crags. Just getting back from a good day out in the trails, and I had time to show you the FJ and what I've done to her. And my main goal with this video is to help you guys get out there. So hopefully you like what I've done, and if you have any comments or questions about anything I've done to her, please let me know. So I hope you like this video. So here's the FJ. It's a 2014 FJ Cruiser. It is a manual, and I have done a ton of work to her. We'll just take a quick look inside. She is a 6-speed manual, fully loaded with lockers, 8-track, and all sorts of stuff. Navigational systems, you name it, she pretty much has it. I am working on a dual battery kit right now for her, which is going to really help out powering all the equipment that's in her, like the light bars, the winch, and everything else like that. But we'll start going over some of the few things that I have done to her. We did do a BMC chop down here, which is you cut this part off to allow bigger tires and a bigger clearance. We also did a rough country 3-inch lift, I believe. I think it's 3 in the front, 2 in the back, if I'm correct. And as we move over to the front, as you can see, Dometic, we use the Dometic bumper. Really good company. If you guys are thinking about doing anything to your Toyota specifically, definitely give them a look. They are an awesome company to deal with, and they specialize in Toyota products, as well as Jeep, but they really have a niche in Toyota. And as we move along, we are going with a 10,000 pound Schmitty built X2O. It is a completely waterproof winch with a synthetic rope on it. Definitely go with synthetic rope. Cables are really dangerous when they snap. Synthetic doesn't really carry too much punch if they break. So that's something you definitely want to look into if you're looking at winches. Again, 10,000 pounds for this weight. This car is just over 4,000 pounds. And the rule of thumb is you want to do 4,000 times 1.5, and that's definitely below 10,000. So 10,000 is definitely a good rate winch for this vehicle. We do have 34. We did have 35, but now we have 34-inch Nitto trail grabbers on here right now. Grapplers, excuse me. The reason I have 34 is I wanted full articulation. We didn't want any rubbing on the BMC chop. And the 35s, it just was 34 and 35. There's not too much difference. And with 34s, you just have that full articulation, which really helps. Moving along, we do have a light bar up here, which is, I think it's 10,000 looms. If I turn it on, we'll all go blind, so I'm going to leave that off right now. We do have a GoPro mount on this side, and there's one on the other side, but we have to switch the GoPro from side to side until I get another one. So, up top we do have a high lift jack. We do have some recovery gear, some pull-out straps. Moving around to the back, we do have, again, the name of the channel is Crawling to Crags. So we have tons of climbing gear, Petzl rope, Osprey bags. I'm not going to go over all the gear because that's just stupid. But we do have a Dometic. I do recommend getting a Dometic if you are spending a long time out in the bush, or anywhere really, anywhere outside. You can set the temperature on these things. From -7 all the way up to, I believe it's 40 degrees, 38 degrees. I think it's higher than that. But basically you can set it to any temperature you would ever need. We will take a quick look in here. It is on. I do have eggs, milk, of course some beers, some mushrooms, I think. Not those mushrooms. Steak. It looks like some bacon. Interesting. Didn't know I had that in there. And that's about it for the FJ. So when I am on, let's see if this thing's working right now. So when I am on the trails, I do run, you might say, how do we get out there? How do How do I find a good trail to ride, or how do I know where to go? And that's a very good question. And Australia has a thing called VMS, which is a trail guide of maps, and you can add on to those and tell people the trails that you've just gone on, so on and so forth. Unfortunately, we do not have that in this country, but we do have something that's great, and it's called Rider Planet. And that is basically the same thing. It's a map guide of all the trails. I'll go in a little bit closer for you. Sorry, it's kind of dusty on there. As I said, I just got back from the trails. But as you can see, all these things right here, these little guys, are all places that you can go, that people have gone to. And if you click on them, they'll, I think, let's see right now. Yep, you click on it, you'll get a review, you get pictures. So it's a great thing to get out there, see what they have. They'll even rate it from novice to experienced to need a winch, need a snorkel. They'll tell you pretty much everything you need to know. So it's a great kind of little tool to use. And of course, we have our wipe downs during this time of age. And you might see this little thing here. This is all this is just a wireless remote for my winch. Wireless is definitely cool. I do have a wire that would attach if this thing battery died, or the you know, lots of shit could happen pretty much. But that's all that is. And again, you want to have good gloves. I have 2 sets of recovery gloves. If you're working with a winch rope, it's definitely a good thing to have. And that's pretty much the FJ. So I hope you like this video. Oh, we're also running, can't forget everyone here. We are also running, you can't see them, but trust me, they're in there. Those are inch and a quarter Spider Track spacers. And those are actually really important if you want to get full articulation running 35s or 34s with a stock rim and a little bit of a lift. I can go into all this in depth with you guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. 3-inch lift is the biggest lift that you can run on a FJ without completely redoing pretty much your whole suspension and part of your chassis. So again, any questions that you guys have on FJs, please let me know, and I hope to see you guys out in the trails.